Well, I just got back in, and Manchester United have beaten Burnley by 3 goals to 1. Um, had to have a really good think about what I thought about this performance. Very indifferent. I thought we started slow, and then we got an early goal, and then we controlled the first half. And at 3-0, you feel like we're in cruise control, and then suddenly Burnley get a goal. Aaron Lennon, fair play. It's a good finish, but he's been allowed to move. He's been allowed to run with the ball, and he's got his shot off, and it's 3-1. It completely changes the game, and I actually thought Burnley coped with us really well in the second half. It really was a tale of two halves. Controlled the first half, second half. I don't think we really tested them enough, and it was frustrating. It was really frustrating that one goal seemed to change our approach to the game. And I suppose what I'm looking for is for us to control the game for the 90 minutes. There are no easy games. I didn't go into this game expecting us to roll Burnley over, especially given how we've sort of been playing lately. And I think Burnley, we don't have a great record at Old Trafford, but they always make it difficult. So to go into that second half with that approach was very disappointing. I have to give credit to Luke Shaw today. I thought he was excellent, and I thought McTominay, particularly in the first half, thought his finish was great. I thought his strike on goal, which resulted in Ronaldo getting his goal. I thought Sancho's finish really good. So you can't fault the intent in the first half, the attacking, the way that we took our goals was really good. But it's just that kind of getting control of the games, and it's a little bit frustrating. I mean, it's at the moment you have to say is it with Arsenal, with us having these games in hand on Arsenal, and with Arsenal hitting some kind of form, and that is debatable as to whether they really have it form, because in terms of results and performances, if you look at the opposition and the state of the opposition over recent weeks, you can question that, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and we've beaten a tricky Burnley team tonight. It was a massive improvement on the Newcastle performance the other night, and it had to be, and it was a huge improvement on the Norwich game, and it had to be, but my concern is still there. My concerns are not alleviated based on a 3-1 win over Burnley. They've played more games than us recently, and they've got a smaller squad with, and I hate using this term, less quality within the squad. But there was a lot of endeavour from Burnley, and they will come out of this thinking maybe if we don't get that early goal, maybe they go on, they grow into the game and take a point. But I think the early goal settled us. Ronaldo had a chance before that. Ronaldo looked frustrated to me at times tonight, and I was saying on the way home that I don't necessarily believe that it's just a frustration with the players around him. I think it's a frustration with his own game at the moment. He is a winner. He wants to win all the time, and when things aren't quite going his way, and I don't think things are going his way, outside of his goals at the moment, I don't think his performances are great. Tonight and the other night, it was particularly against Newcastle, there was a lot of tracking back, and I thought he was actually probably alongside Cavani our man of the match. But I think tonight he cut a frustrated figure, and I watched him, and things just weren't working for him. His passing wasn't great. Yeah, he was moving, but things weren't coming off for him. And I think people are looking into that he's frustrated with other players. I think he's frustrated with himself at the moment because he's not hitting the heights that he's used to. There were times where he was running at, I can't remember the defender, he was running at a defender, and it just didn't come off for him. And you're thinking, 10 years ago that he goes past him, but you can't now. If you lost that yard or two and things aren't quite going your way, I do think he'll find his form, and he'll find you. He was bought to get us goals, and he's done his job, and you can't expect any more in terms of from Ronaldo than what he's delivered so far. But I think his performances could be better. But a very good first half, a frustrating second half. Wan-Bissaka frustrated me tonight. Very indifferent performance from him. But I thought Dallo looked good when he came on. He's actually came on quite late. Something I will say is that I know it's very it's the done thing, isn't it, to critique, McTominay and McFred, as people like to say. And there was a bloke near to us where we were sitting, and he said, I'm not going to repeat I'm not going to repeat the expletives, but he said, "Oh, can we not just restart this game without McFred?" Fred didn't play tonight. He came off in, maybe the 91st minute, and he's saying this with about 15 minutes to go. He's critiquing Fred and McTominay, their collective performance tonight, before Fred has even come onto the pitch. Now that is, you can't, and this is the thing, I think people just sort of latch onto things, and it's just something they say. But mate, you need to know who's on the pitch before you start criticising them. I'll hold my hands up and say there are certain players that I've criticised, but if a player hasn't played, then I can't critique them. I can't. There's no point. But Fred did come on. No real issues because it was very late in the game. He came on for Ronaldo, and maybe it was injury time. I couldn't quite remember. Ronaldo, as I say, looked frustrated. But overall, a positive result. It's a better performance. But we've got Wolves on Monday night ahead of the Villa game and the FA Cup. So two very tricky games before the international break. I'm happy with the result. I'm happy with the first half performance, but I'm indifferent to the performance overall. But we come out of this game now having closed the gap on the top four with a game in hand on Arsenal now, who, as I say, are getting results. Can only beat the teams in front of you. But what did you think about tonight's performance? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed already, why not subscribe? Leave me a like, and until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.